Hey everyone, I'm Evangeline here at etrailer. Today we are taking a look at our WaterPORT GoSpout. This is a 2-gallon pressurized, very portable water system. This is something that while it's been such a small addition, it's also had such a huge impact on my day-to-day adventures. Whether it's an afternoon playing sand volleyball, or a walk in the park, or a climbing trip to the local crag. This, even though it just looks like a normal water jug, has pressure added to it. So we're gonna take a look at some of its features, some things to consider, and some things that you may wanna know when deciding if this is the best fit for you and your day-to-day journeys. So what can you do with 2 gallons of pressurized water? Well, technically, you can drink it. This container is made of food-grade plastic that's BPA free. So you can put drinking water in here. You can even pour ice cubes in through that large fill opening. And that way, after a long day, let's say at the beach, you can have some chilled water waiting for you. Expect a cold glass of water if you leave this inside your vehicle or in a nice shaded area. Because if you leave it out in the sun, what it'll actually do is start to heat up. That black plastic will absorb the heat and the energy from the sun, heating up the container, not to the point of boiling, but enough where if you want to use this as a container for your shower water, you'll have a not frigid bath at the end of the day. It's up to you how you want to use this. This is small enough where you can carry as many of these as you feel like you need. You can always upgrade to WaterPORT's larger tanks, which are designed for longer day trips or even weekend trips. The GoSpout really is basically a water jug with a lot of additional add-ons to it. One example is going to be how easy it is to fill up as well as pressurize. The fill cap for this isn't just a pressurizing pump, but it's also just an easy to use ergonomic cap that once you remove, you now get access to the inside of the jug. So fill this up with water. Again, remember if you are using drinking water or non-potable water, don't get those two mixed up. And then close that right back in. And then you just pump it up several times and that will build pressure within the jug. 14, 15, 16, let's do 17 pumps and see how much pressure we've built up. So a decent amount of pressure, something that if you just need to clean your feet off after walking around the beach, you can do so quickly and you can just continue building up that pressure as you use it. Now, this is going to be my favorite setting, which is the shower setting, a good stream of water, but there's actually 5 different functions using the included nozzle. So there's shower, there's mist, there's the center spray, there's the flat, which is great for cleaning things off, and then there's the jet, which shoots pretty far away. This would be my dog's favorite one. So this hose is 8 feet long, so you can spray pretty far away. The nozzle and the hose come with the GoSpout. The biggest feedback I've gotten from a bunch of people that have used it is since the connection points are made of plastic, those feel more like the parts that could break over time. I like the nozzle, I like how ergonomic it is, but I do understand that the smaller pieces are points of concern. Now, with that, you don't have to keep that hose and nozzle on the container all the time. When transporting, totally take that off, or also consider taking a look at the nozzle holder if you want it all together most of the time. Each end of the hose has this quick connector. So really easy to just pull, you can take off or fit right back on and it snaps into place. Now when you need to remove that hose, always make sure that your valve is in the closed position. When it's in the open position, see how quickly water can spray out of there. Something to be mindful of when you are transporting your tank. So your valve, this whole thing is included, has that quick connect end, which can be screwed off your valve. And then you also have this metal adapter just to protect the threads of your container. I love that from the container to that quick connect, you have these metal parts very helpful for just keeping everything clean and important when you are working with drinking or potable water. So my friends asked me if this is something that I would start bringing along for the trips. And initially, my thought was, no, I think I would use the larger day tank more often because I need the larger capacity since there's usually more than 2 people on my different climbing or biking or hiking adventures. However, they did remind me that we did have to stop many times right before a trip at a gas station to pick up jugs very similar to this. So for that reason, I highly recommend adding this to your adventure, whether you use it or not. And what will probably happen is you'll start using it more when you realize how helpful it is to have easily pressurized water. Because before you hop into your car, if you can just spray off all the sand off of your feet, or spray off your dog who's panting and who's been running around all day, or spray off the mud on your bike's tires before you load it up onto the rack. Those are all things you might not have ever thought was an option until you started looking at something like the WaterPORT GoSpout. If you have any questions about it, or even want my recommendations on certain accessories for different adventures, feel free to reach out right here at etrailer. But hopefully this video helped you out with seeing how the WaterPORT GoSpout might be a good fit for you. You saw it right here at etrailer.com.